Heyo adventurers, my name is Derek and this is Elven Tower Adventures, and I am writing a TTRPG game, or am I? This is going to be a short video or a short rant, because I am dealing with two problems. On the one side, I am dealing with writer's block. That's normal, it's something that has happened a lot, and I know of ways of restarting my creativity. I'm currently doing that, but it's something that's going on. And second, I currently have no active TTRPG game to playtest the stuff that I come up with. I mentioned before that one of my goals is to have a fast-paced, procedure-heavy but not combat-heavy, so that we can do a lot in short sessions, because we are adults and we have responsibilities and we don't have that much time to play TTRPGs. That's a problem when designing the game, because we actually right now don't have the time, or we don't have the scheduling flexibility to actually play. So I can come up with lots of ideas, but there's only so much I can playtest myself. The game or my system or my ideas are not even at a state where I could share it with people online so that other people can help me playtest it. It's so, It's so in its early phases that I have to do it myself or with my inner group. But right now we have not been playing. Because of that, I chose to join a D&D 5e game group in my area. Not precisely because I wanted to play D&D 5e, which I didn't, for reasons that I have explained in previous video. It's not my game of preference, but I wanted to meet more people in my area that play D&D or TTRPG games, so that maybe I could form a new playtest group. So we started playing, and we played for about 6 to 7 weeks before the GM told us that we would have to postpone the game for a month or maybe 2 because of scheduling issues once again. It sucks, but at the same time, I was kinda happy to live the real Dungeons & Dragons experience one more time. Games starting and then disbanding a few weeks or months later, it's just part of the game. I've been playing for 20 years, I kinda expect it now. I always hope it doesn't end up like that, but it just keeps happening. Which brings me to one thing I was like just realizing 20 years later, about how the level of commitment that's required for a long-running campaign, it's actually quite astonishing when you actually get it to work with a group. And I'm not saying, like, I know there are some outlier cases of people who have been playing the same campaign for over 10 years or 20 or whatever. That is crazy, but that's the exception. Just playing, for example, a 20-30 session campaign where you get to the end and the game is over and you finish, you get the girl, you get the treasure, you get the kingdom, and the game is over. Let's start again from level 1. I think I've only experienced that twice in 20 years. I don't know about you, but I think most games at some point disband. Even if the game group doesn't disband, the session disbands, and then they all start over at level 1 or whatever you choose to be your starting level. It happens often, or at least it has happened very often to me or my group. And we are all geeks. We're all nerds who love D&D, and still we cannot make it happen. Since I was dealing with all that and I had all my current notes for my D&D development on a Google Sheet. But I was thinking that maybe that was not ideal. So I was thinking, is there a better way to do this? Because Google Sheets is amazing when you want to do tables and stuff, but when you actually want to write like paragraphs and columns, it's not the best. I was thinking of maybe creating an InDesign file, a layout file, and start writing in layout. If you are familiar with what I've just described, you know it's sacrilege for many reasons. But it's what we've been doing for Dungeon Vault Magazine and our work. We make it work because it's only me and my associate Arthur. So it kinda makes sense and we make it work. I know that if I chose to write the system directly in the layout software, I could make it work, but maybe that would work if I had a level of playtesting and development that made sense for that, but I don't have that yet. So at the moment, it's just a sprawl of notes, unconnected notes everywhere, and tables here, and files that, and links to websites there, interesting blog articles over there. It's a discombobulation of notes that only makes sense in my mind. It's something I explained in a previous video. So I was thinking, is there a way to make sense of this and organize it? So I started researching about note-taking apps. And I I have a home server, so I self-hosted an app called Obsidian. So in these past 30 days, I have been migrating some of my nodes to Obsidian. This is my current Obsidian vault, as they call it, where I am already semi-writing because I'm not playtesting and I have writer's block right now. But it's cool that I can organize the nodes and connect them and create a sort of Wikipedia-like experience for my writing process. I am not going to say I recommend this because I haven't even done it long enough to know it works, but I think it's going to work better than the Google Sheets approach I was doing, and it's going to work better than just a straight up Word file. I don't know how to compare it with writing directly in InDesign. Only time can tell. However, I have not written that much here in Obsidian. I've just been migrating my notes, and I have stumbled with the tables. I know you can do tables in Obsidian, I just don't know how to do them properly right now, so I'm investigating that. And in a way, I am going to be the first to confess that all this self-hosting Obsidian and migrating the nodes and organizing the folders and learning how to do tables, in a way, it's me just coping with the realization that I don't really know what to write. So I'm just like stalling. And that's why I haven't posted a video in this series for over a month, because I've been stalling. So it just came to my mind, let's make a video about how I'm failing as a designer and stalling. So maybe this breaks the writer's block spell. So to recap, I didn't really say anything in this video. If you got this far, thank you very much. Thank you very much for following. Like, I really had nothing to share. I'm probably going to keep stalling my game design videos by making some InDesign layout design videos to share some cool ideas that I know. Some people have told me at this point I am like an InDesign wizard. But hey, I guess stalling and dealing with writer's block is also part of being a designer. So I really don't know what else to say. So I guess that's gonna be it for this one. My name is Derek, thank you very much for watching, and this is Elven Tower Adventures.